What's going on, Dove Nation? We've got two hot topics to talk about on Warriors Today by Chat Sports. And the first one, of course, is whether or not the Warriors should sign Kai Jones after he was released by the Hornets just days ago. And then later in the show, we're going to discuss Klay Thompson finally opening up about his future in the Bay Area. Spoiler alert, it sounds pretty optimistic. But before any of that happens, I have a challenge for you guys. This time last year, this channel had 1,200 new subs. We have 78 this month. Do you guys hate me? Please subscribe to this channel. That is my challenge to you. Let's get this number up and hit that sub button for me. Hey Warriors fans, I am Allie Barefoot, the host of Warriors Today here at Chat Sports. You're going to be seeing a lot more of me on some future videos. Of course, as always, my producer Jack is to my left. But we told you guys we got two hot topics to talk about, so let's just dive right into it. Kai Jones was waived by the Hornets on Wednesday. He previously tweeted that he was requesting a trade. Yes, he tweeted this. Not Woj, not Shams. Kai Jones tweeted his own request. And Warriors could use another center. So, of course, like multiple teams in the league, they're actually considering this. Well, let's look at what Kai Jones could possibly bring the Warriors. He averaged about 3.5 points per game, almost 3 boards per game, less than a block a game, and his field goal percentage is pretty good. 55%, almost 56%. I'll definitely take that. But this was last year, and he only played 46 games. It's not even enough to acquire an award at this point. So in my opinion, he really hasn't done much in the past 2 years. While I do agree, the Warriors need a big time. I don't know how I feel about Kai Jones fitting in with the Warriors, but ultimately, I want to hear from you guys. Should the Warriors sign Kai Jones? Type S for sign, type P for pass. I'm going to go with P for pass here. I think there are plenty of free agents out there that didn't just verbally request a trade from their organization, and the last thing the Warriors need right now is any type of drama entering the locker room, so I'm going P for pass, but let me know how you guys feel down in the comments. Well, here's the bigger question. Who is this guy? Well, he's from the Bahamas, almost 7 feet tall, so of course we'll always take size. He went to Texas and he was drafted in the first round about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. 2021, he was a 19th overall pick, so obviously coming out of college, he was a top recruit. But then he was cut by the Hornets, which of course, it's because he requested a trade publicly on social media, which is a big fat no-no in the league. And plus, you just show the Hornets that you're not a team player. Why would anybody want that on their organization right now? Well, Jones does have a very athletic profile, so it's one of those situations where he sounds like a really great ball player and he's got a lot of potential, but he did something wrong, which was publicly request a trade on social media. So ultimately, the biggest question here is this worth it? Is it worth bringing in somebody that clearly was not a team player with the Charlotte Hornets? And I understand that's an organization that has let go of Kelly Oubre Jr. They're kind of rebuilding right now, so whether or not you want to stay there is your business, but you put it out there to the public, so now it becomes Adam Silver and the league's business. It's pretty interesting. I don't know how I feel about putting somebody that has publicly announced that they're not interested in something to an organization that is supposed to be going all in to try to win the championship this year. But the Warriors do need a big, like I said, but I'm going to pass. I think there are plenty of bigs out there right now. I just don't think you should be putting all of your eggs in one basket for this player while he is young, while he still can build off of what he's already accomplished in the league. I'm going to go with no. But you know what's always a yes? PrizePicks. Gosh, I love this app. This is where I go for daily fantasy sports. All you have to do is pick 2 to 6 players, their projected stats, and you just pick more or less. That's it. You don't even have to do any math. They already pick out the stats for you. And of course, I went on ahead and took some Thursday night football. So I picked Russell Wilson to have less than 218.5 yards. Patrick Mahomes, I always got to go more on Patrick Mahomes. You have no idea what this guy is going to do. 268.5 passing yards. And I'm a big fan of Travis Kelce. So I went on ahead and said I picked more for 65.5 receiving yards. If you guys like these picks, go on ahead and make them. You don't? You can feel free to make your own. Just go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use promo code CLNS. That'll get you $100 first match deposit. Watch yourself win some real money in real time. Now, like we said, we were going to talk about two hot topics during this show. Well, the other one is very optimistic, a lot more positive, and that is Klay Thompson has finally opened up about his future in the Bay Area. Now, he did sit down and speak in an interview, and here's what Klay had to say. He did say, it's not going to be a big thing. The fact that I'm going into my 13th season, that alone, it gives me such peace of mind. Granted, I've made money. I've been able to take care of my family, myself, the people I love. But when I started playing this game, I never once thought I'm playing the game because I'm going to be rich and famous. Never did. I love hearing that from Klay Thompson. He's always been about ball. He's a team player. We've seen that in the past. Does he want to be paid for what he's been giving the team? Absolutely. But Klay should retire a Warrior. It's always been the big three in my mind. Curry, Thompson, and Draymond. I've never thought of any of them ever possibly breaking up. So Klay Thompson just verbally saying, look, it's not about the money for me, that makes me feel a lot better about Klay Thompson's future with the Warriors because he's a 4-time NBA champion, 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA team. He was in the All-Defensive team a few years ago before his injury. And, of course, long time ago, he was a part of the All-Rookie team. Klay Thompson has done wonders for the Warriors organization. When you look at the numbers that he's put in, day out, of course he was injured in 2019 and 2020, but he came back strong, and he was committed to coming back to play for the Warriors. And then he dropped 20 points per game, 21 points per game in the past 2 seasons, and I really like the almost 70 games played last year. That makes me feel very confident in somebody like Klay Thompson to just keep putting in for the Warriors organization, and he even had more to say on it. He said, I wouldn't want to go anywhere else. To play for one franchise, man, that's so rare. In any sport, football, baseball, basketball, Australian rules football, to play for one club is insane. It's some real legendary stuff. Even what Udonis Haslem did, he's revered in Miami. Locally, that's what I cherish. Going around the country, going around the world, and people from Northern California or Warriors fans in general are just so prideful about the Warriors. And I was here before banners were hung up, so in a way, it's our baby. You want to ride it out. I've just been so lucky to be a part of this franchise. It'd be so hard to envision myself in any other uniform. That just makes my heart just so much warmth in it. Hearing Klay Thompson, knowing that he wants to stay with the Warriors organization, and even the GM, Mike Dunleavy, said this earlier in Media Day, that the next steps for him as a GM is to discuss Klay and Kerr's contract extensions. It's on his mind. I think he's really optimistic about getting these two guys their money. Even though Klay said it's not all about the money, we know he wants to get paid. He said Thompson is in his final year of a five-year, $190 million deal. Probably lands somewhere in the middle. A 4-year deal in the $30 to $35 million per season range sounds reasonable, at least to NBA executives I talked to. There is no sign of acrimony between Thompson and the Warriors. Bet on the two sides getting something done. That was Chris Mannix on Klay's contract, and you guys know they've got the money to pay him. The Warriors did just extend Draymond Green, so of course they're moving some things around, but ultimately, Klay Thompson was destined to retire a Warrior. Do you guys agree? Want Klay to retire a Warrior? Type Klay in the comments. Just show some love for the guy that has put in, day out for the Warriors organization and has verbally said this is where he wants to retire. Well, before he can retire, of course, you have to look ahead to what's actually going on in the season right now. And preseason game 2 did just happen versus Los Angeles Lakers. They did just play the Lakers, but they're going to actually play them again. I forget that you play teams twice here in the preseason. They're going to play again tomorrow on Friday, October 13th at the Los Angeles Lakers. The last time it was at the Golden State Warriors, and the Warriors did get a dub, 125 to 108. Anthony Davis had a pretty good game. D'Angelo Russell did show out. LeBron James did not play in this game, but we got to see a little bit of the bench. Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and of course Brandon. So overall, I'm pretty excited to see the Young Bucks get to do some work again. Like I said, that game is going to be on Friday, October 13th. Hopefully, the Warriors can get another dub over the Los Angeles Lakers and just get some momentum going before the regular season happens later this month. Who do you guys have for this preseason game? Type W for Warriors, type L for Lakers, and I hope I don't see any L's in the comments. Go Warriors, go Dub Nation. As always, subscribe to this channel, and when you got a minute, put those dubs in the comments.